Wow, 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 wow. OKC heads back to Oklahoma City 3-1, one win away from the NBA Finals. This game was, guys, this game was one of the, if you want to talk about shots made, there were shots, big time shots made the entire night. The big three for OKC. Shai was phenomenal. Chet was elite. That block was unbelievable.
Big block.
And then J-Dub was outstanding. The big three showed up tonight. The Thunder get it done. Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jackson.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't believe the Thunder have lost 2 consecutive games in the playoffs, let alone I don't even know how many times that happened during the season.
Twice during the season, yeah.
Grown man win.
So that's right. And Jay, you even called them out, the Thunder. At the beginning of the Nuggets series, the late game execution was bad, and
I still didn't like it tonight. I didn't like it tonight.
What do you – I thought it was a lot.
I don't like the fouling like that. But you know what?
Okay, I'm talking about from the offensive side. I thought
they answered Jackson. When they had to answer, when Minnesota made runs, they answered every time. And
right.
I think, obviously Shai was awesome with 40 points, but to me, the player of the game was J-Dub. Early on in the game, he carried him. At the very first, he was on fire.
SJ was phenomenal.
He was really good from the 3-point arc. J-Dub from 3 tonight. Let me see, 6 of 9.
Hey, too many threes. Too many threes tonight.
Hey, Jerm, whatever. It's 3-1. 3-1. Thunder have the lead. It's huge.
You know what? I was so impressed with Shai tonight. He kept answering, getting in the mid range, but he made 2 passes down the stretch, guys. One to Chet Holmgren, where he went up to shoot, saw 2 guys on him, swung it. The other one was to J-Dub. And 2 big-time passes. Now, hey, we got to talk. Guzman Chris is saying it. The corner 3 is the Achilles heel for this team.
It is.
Yeah.
At the end, when they closed out, though, they gave him easy layups. So they just got to do a better job on the corner 3. Corner 3.
Hey, real quick on the corner 3.
What win?
It's an issue because you're not even there. There were so many corner 3s tonight with nobody within 10 feet of them. That's the problem. I don't mind if they get a corner 3 and a guy, but there was DeShanzo wide open, nobody even running towards him. That's what you can't have happen. They got to figure that out. You're almost better off on that pick and roll if Gobert catches it near the free throw line or close. Yeah. Let him go down there and try to take your chances with him. Don't lay off.
And even if you watch the Thunder, it's a schematic thing with the corner 3s because they want to try and plug up the passing lanes and that's the weakness of the Thunder's defense is those 3s. If Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dante DiVincenzo this is really the second game in which they both played good. I think going into game 5, I think you just allowed Chet maybe, and you just help less, and you trust Chet more down in the paint because those guys, they've got confidence. And Anthony Edwards, whenever he's guarded by Dort has a physicality. You can't stop a guy like Anthony Edwards, but you can slow him down at points in the game.
Dort has done a phenomenal job being physical with him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He's been great. SGA guys, 40 points. He made one with 2 guys on him. It looked like Kobe. The fadeaway. It was insane.
Hey, Mess is dropping some stats. Well, I about took my ear off, whatever that was. Mess dropping some stats, and I was going to go over some too. The turnovers are huge, but both teams shot it well. I would argue that's got to be the best the Thunder have shot at the 3-point range all year long, all playoff season. It has to be
for sure.
But I tell you, Chet Holmgren, there was sometimes during the game I was like, man, he's got to be stronger. But then there was also times where he was massive and made huge plays. The block was a key one. No, I thought Wallace, when he had to play more because Dort got in foul trouble, I thought he played pretty well. He missed some wide open 3s, but I thought he played pretty well. Overall, it's just a massive win for the Thunder to get this going back to OKC.
Now,
but let me say one more thing.
Go ahead, Jay.
One more thing. I agree with y'all on Dort's defense on Edwards. But there is no reason a player with the capability and talent of Anthony Edwards is not being more aggressive.
He doesn't seem like he's the most feared man in the NBA to me. I'm just saying.
He for the Timberwolves, he did a great job dishing out. They made some threes. But if they want to get back in the series, they need him to go Ant-Man and go.
You're not going to be able to against Dort, Jay. It's just not.
Well, no, but you can try.
I'll give you an example, Jay. I'll give you an example.
I'm not saying
just a second. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Late in the game, I think they're down 3. He's got the ball diagonally, gets a screen. Dort stays right with him around the screen. He tries to drive to the lane. Dort stays in front of him. He goes a step back 3, and Dort's right there.
Yeah, but he shot it.
He also got 2 turnovers driving on Dort. Dort swiped the ball.
But my point is this: he needs to force the issue if the T-Wolves want to get back in the series.
Well,
him and Jay Randall, they got to play better.
Well, it was the other guy tonight. Alexander was phenomenal, 21 or 23 points. DiVincenzo was great. Hey, but SGA, I saw comments here earlier. Hey, SGA, Jay, I thought they were really physical with SGA tonight. Didn't you?
Yeah, it was a physical game all around.
Everyone was grabbing tonight. People can't say SGA was not getting physical.
Yeah, you know what? I almost had to watch that thing on mute. I'm just not a big fan of the ESPN broadcast. And I love Richard Jefferson. I think Richard Jefferson.
I'm not a fan, but
I like Richard Jefferson. But I don't know. I just prefer TNT.
Mark, you fell asleep and you missed a well of a game. That was an awesome game to watch as a fan because there were shots being made all night. There were big time blocks. Dorsberg's awful. Man, I tell you what, Jay, I can't say it because OKC was up 3-1 against the Warriors, but to me, this does, Jay. You're looking at the Pacers right now, or the Knicks.
What this game to me had for the Thunder that's key is Minnesota made many times they came back and made a run, got within 3 or 4. The Thunder answered the bell every time. That's what, if you want to talk about championship teams, that's what you do. You go when a team rallies and gets back in it and you dagger 3. One specific play might have been the play of the night. Probably was the play of the night, in my opinion, was SGA getting trapped, falls on the ground, throws it between the guy's legs, and J-Dub hits that 3 to go up 8 or something.
Massive.
Yeah. That might have been the play of the game. J-Dub 6 of 9 from 3-point range. Unbelievable.
Hey, and I agree with Fit with Pride. They never let them get the lead. When it went to 3, or they tied it, OKC would make it 3. Chet had some huge shots. But that block, and hey, the fact people can say what they want. SJ was unbelievable tonight. Unbelievable. Chet and J-Dub, in my opinion, are the reason. J-Dub's been great.
Oh, he's been great in this series. And you know, the other thing is, we can talk about this, and we'll open up the phone lines. We've got a lot of people on here. Open them up here in a little bit. But, Jerm, I said this, I texted earlier. If I'm the Thunder and the T-Wolves get any type of rhythm, I'm playing the Hack-a-Go-Bear game. I'm doing the Hack-a-Shack. I'm hacking him. I'm slowing their pace down offensively. Because when they get going offensively, especially at 3, they get on a roll. It's tough. I think I could see them, especially if Kenrich is in. Hack-Go-Bear.
Jay, do you have the stats? Is Jackson on here? He's in the studio, but I don't see him on here. But Jay,
where's Bevo?
Hey, Jay.
Sorry, guys. I had to handle some stuff. It was my fault.
Caruso had 2 threes, did he not?
I think he had 2, yeah.
I think he was 2 of 4 or 2 of 5. Hey, you've got to put T-Wolves out early in game 5. Don't give them a chance. You're going to fight
absolutely. Chance. Hey, guys, and in game 5, I don't think you start the 2 big lineup. I think you start Case and Wallace.
Or Caruso.
I like Caruso off the bench. I think you start Case and Wallace. And I thought it was odd Aaron Wiggins didn't play tonight.
Hey, I thought that was odd too. I'll say this because Jeremy, we talked about this. When Isaiah Joe came in the second half, they made a run. He's not very good defensively. But the other thing is this: if you're the Thunder, I tell you that Shai's cousin, I didn't know he was this good. He's a good player.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
What's that?
what this team has, Jay, they're shooting the ball really well lately, but they are long and athletic. It is for OKC to score as many points they had tonight against, in my opinion, this is a really good offensive game, Jay. I mean, there were great passes being made. There were great big time blocks. Man, it was OKC did win their challenge. Late though, man, the foul technique, I was questioning it. I thought the fans should have been something on the fan at the end of the game, crossing the boundary.
Oh, you can't. He didn't cross the boundary. He was out of bounds. Hey, Colin T-Wolves fan here. You guys played it smart at the end. Don't like all the fouls and flaws, but Williams was clutch. Hey, I'm glad you're on there, Colin.
Jay, you've been saying this all series.
I got to ask you a question.
Hey,
I don't follow the T-Wolves very much, and I don't follow their coach very much. But I have followed Shannon's career in college, and I've watched him in the NBA. There is no reason he should not be playing more in this series. He is really good, especially one-on-one. He's a tough guard. I don't know. I think that's a tough matchup. I do.
I think the impact that Julian Strawther had for the Nuggets in Game 6 even comparable to what he's done, because he's
Shannon's better than Strawther.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the games that they've had, because they've came in, they've hit shots off the bench. Be a guy who hasn't played much all playoffs, and he's a part of the reason why they were.
Whose minutes does he take? Because Alexander's phenomenal. DiVincenzo's great.
Hey, Talon, game 5, get it over with. I don't care about the rest at this point. Just get it over with.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, Hunter, bad take.
Yeah, that is bad.
Wait. If people are going to argue about they shouldn't be that close to floor, it's the same people that say we need fans to be louder, get them closer to the floor.
The other bad take is someone said that it's bull crap to boo SGA. Well, I'm booing whoever's on the other team. Are we kidding?
Hey, and as a competitor, and Jason, Jeremy, you guys have played sports. I know you guys would it gets your juices flowing if you go on the road, and if you're getting booed, especially, it makes you want to even play even better.
Yeah. I think it does, especially to a player like SGA. But let me ask you guys. I'm going to ask this. I'm going to ask the chat. And Colin, or T-Wolves fan, said he liked the way the Thunder played it. I like the way they played it when Caruso fouled with 3 seconds left. The 2 Dort fouls, way too quick, in my opinion. He didn't even barely caught the ball, and they fouled.
Jay, but you know what, Jay, when you have the ball at half court like that, they could go up and shoot, and they're getting 3 free throws. It's got to be quick. Hey, I've got to see. Doris Burke tonight even called him the free throw merchant. I thought that was bad. What was funny is when she said it, she said, look, there's contact on the arm, and there's the free throw merchant. No. If there's contact, you don't need to sell it, Doris. Figure it out.
Hey, and all I'm going to say is the broadcast for the Western Conference Finals outside of Mike Breen has been not good.
I like Jefferson. I like him a lot.
No, Jefferson and Doris Burke.
No, I think Jefferson's really good, actually.
Hey, Jay Jackson, biggest play of the night in your opinion? I've got mine.
Chet's block.
I agree.
I think J-Dub's 3. It was daggers.
Chet's block.
Hey, we want to open the phone lines up. We ready for it?
Oh, let's open it.
Hunter, get them open. I'm sure we'll have some people that want to talk, but guys,
congrats to my El Commission on getting 1,000 subs. That's cool.
Yeah. Hey, another thing about tonight's game that we haven't talked about was the rebounding. It seemed like watching it, Thunder were getting killed on the boards, but they really weren't. They were right there about even. More offensive rebounds than the T-Wolves, and second chance points, they were about even. So it seemed worse than it actually was. So, hey, we got Platoon 20 starting us off.
Platoon is always continuing his streak of being the first caller on the Thunder Talks. What's up, Platoon? Big time win tonight.
Absolutely. I'm trying to keep my my streak up. Obviously, I'm very with the outcome. One thing I did notice, and the announcers mentioned this too, whenever Isaiah Hartenstein gets the ball, he's not even looking at the basket. It doesn't matter how open he is. He needs. I love him. He does great with rebounds. He has his role and he plays his role well. But if we could, I'm not expecting to put 10 or 15. If we can get 5 a game from him or something, the other team is ignoring him except trying to box him out rebounds. They're not even paying attention to him because they know he's not going to do anything with the ball other than pass. I don't get it. He could score more than that. And also, what's up with SGA's shoes, man? He fell down like 4 times tonight. I know once he was tripped, but it looked like
They're his shoes too. They're his shoes too. Like he made, it's like,
Not a good selling point.
Yeah, but overall, it was a great win. I think if you asked me if Thunder could have done this last series when they were struggling against Denver, I would have said no. But their toughness level, their ability to come back, their ability to stay in the fight, it is magnified right in front of our eyes. This is not the same team that it was in the regular season. We went through all these growing pains in the playoffs, and that hard series with Denver has really paid off now, I think.
And hey, I think it's fair to say the team has grown up, guys. It's what they've done.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I got to respond to this, and then we got the not angry Wolves fan on the line. But Sooner Freak, I actually picked Thunder in 6. And if you were in the Discord, I actually picked Thunder by 2 tonight. So I got one right for the first time in my life. Let's get to not angry Wolves fan. What's going on?
What's up?
What's going on, gentlemen? How are we doing this evening? Better than me, probably, I suppose.
Yeah, probably. If you're a Timberwolves fan, yeah. What are your thoughts, man?
I mean, that was the best game of the series, definitely so far. I mean, it definitely went back and forth. It was nice that it wasn't a blowout one way or the other. So I did enjoy that. I can't really be all that mad at ShaiGilgeous-Alexander for always getting calls, because if the refs are going to call him, why not go for it? I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But as far as I know, you can't go to like Champs Sports and buy a referee's jersey. So the refs need to stay out of it a little bit more. But you guys played well. Chet played really well. Jalen Williams played really well. They didn't really have an answer for him in the first half. It frustrates me that the Wolves don't use Terrence Shannon Jr. more. I know that Nickeil Alexander-Walker got hot, and I know that Dante finally found a shot, but Rudy has hands of stone.
I'm going to ask you a question as a Wolves fan, because I know there's a narrative out there from National, and I don't know if it's with the Wolves or not. Gobert tonight had his best game. Okay, Gobert had his best game, but are you a fan of going smaller and not playing Gobert, or do you like playing him a lot?
I think we just don't have another big guy. I think the trade, when we traded Towns away, you kind of got rid of an option of a guy who could be an offensive big man, and Rudy couldn't. I think when they were together, you could have those guys on the floor at the same time. Julius Randle, while he's a tough player, he doesn't represent like the kind of presence of him shooting at the 3-point line as much as Carl did. And I mean, I like the move at first, but we haven't really replenished the power forward / center position. So when Rudy's out there, he's kind of an offensive liability. And when he's on the floor, somehow they always manage to switch it up to where SGA was somehow on Rudy. So it's a tough call, but Rudy didn't play bad, but he's definitely a deterrent on offense.
Right.
Yeah, this was an offensive, really great offensive game by both teams. The shooting was phenomenal tonight, guys.
Yeah, the 3-point shooting, I think the first 2 games of the series, like the Wolves, I want to say were 25 of 90 from 3. Yeah. So you guys had to know that probably wasn't going to happen the way that the Wolves shot threes. I think that third game showed that, and even this game showed that too. But
right,
it's what it is. Yeah, I got to tip your cap to you guys. You played a hell of a game, and you pulled it out.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you.
No worries.
Give it up to Wolves fan being on here after a loss. That's class, man.
Jay, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask Jeremy the same thing. I think that Jaden McDaniels is probably the best defensive player that Shai's played all year long.
He's really good. He's long. He's
Jaden
tall,
McDaniels. I would love to have a Jaden McDaniels on my team. Like
he's really good, man. Really good player. Hey, we got a handful of callers on us. Let's go to callers. Colin, what's up?
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Man, what a game. What a finish. I think this shows you how much we've learned from the Denver series and our previous series last year about how important finishing road games. And because if this is last year or before the Denver series, we probably lose these close games. But that's been the biggest difference is we're winning these close games. But I can't state enough how important SGA was when they went back and forth late in the fourth. But honestly, I have to give my X factor today to J-Dub. He took
He's
a
the
lot
difference.
of role when
Yep.
SGA was kind of in foul trouble early, and he just kept lighting it up where he needed. And then compared to where he was in the Denver series, where people were like, "Oh, we should trade him, bench him," and now he's showing up as our second best. And then, of course, Chet's been amazing with the defense and offense. It just feels like we're finally clicking fully as a team.
That's
right.
right. Good
And
stuff.
something that frustrates me the most is Chet Holmgren tends to get so much hate. Like, I don't know why people expect him being 7'1", 215 pounds to be able to play against 260-pound guys. Like, that's just not a realistic thing to expect from him. He's a different player. And I do think there's at times where he's too busy watching the ball when it's on the rim. I think that's a big issue he has. But, like, there's times where, like, Chet's soft and stuff. There's times where I see Chet, he's the guy that's fighting the hardest on the court.
Yeah, there it is. And hey, you're right, Colin. Hey, Colin, we got some more callers. Thanks for the call. Great. I was going to say this I said it before the whole playoff started. I said, for the Thunder to win a championship, the Stars, J-Dub, they have to show up. Look what happened tonight for the T-Wolves. Their whole bench showed up, but Edwards and Randall didn't play great, and they lost. I mean, in the NBA, your stars have to play well. You're not going to.
I want to say something, but let's get to the next caller first.
We got Greg and then Fit with Fry. Greg, what's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Man, I'm not old, but I'm getting old. Like, these games are not good for my blood pressure.
Mine
Like,
either, man.
I agree, man. I'm 19 and not good for me.
19.
we're aging by the day. But no, for real, at about midway through the third quarter when DiVincenzo hit that three to tie it up, I just turned the TV off and I went and took a walk in the rain here at my house. And I just had my phone being updated for the score. But man, that was nuts. That was probably the first half, the most physical half of basketball I think I've seen in a long time. There was a point where I'm like, okay, these guys are clearly beating the crap out of each other out there, and they're just going to let them play. And then when they would call some type of foul, it would be some, barely of a brush on the arm. It was something else.
It was physical, but I will say this. It was physical both ways. Like, they were letting.
Sure.
There was a couple of times Thunder players put two hands on a guy and basically.
Would you rather have it that way, though?
I think the Thunder would rather have it physical.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The way they play defense.
And I think it was in the second quarter. I don't remember, but there was one point where Hartenstein basically picked it up, in like a mid-range jumper area, and he had a clear path to the basket. And didn't do anything. I'm like, okay, well, you're just showing your cards here that you're not out there to be on offense, and it basically just makes everything harder on everyone else when they're just going to double team Jay or Dub or something. Like, what's that guy doing? Granted, yes, we need a big out there, but we need him playing offense too. That was pretty frustrating.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
It's something they even said on the broadcast. Is Hartenstein clearly he's not looking to be aggressive in this game. I don't know if that was a game plan thing, if Hartenstein's not comfortable with Gobert around the rim, maybe trying to finish. But I think Hartenstein in Game 5, he's got to look to get to his floater shot.
Or you go small like they did a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Well said. But that was the longest 2-game road stretch ever. It's going to be a well-welcomed home game come Wednesday night. But good job to the Thunder for weathering that. We deserve and need a home game for sure.
Yeah,
right. Thanks, Greg.
Jay, someone earlier said yelling at the TV helps relieve stress. The problem with that is that's what I do along with
You
two of
don't
my
do that.
boys.
You pick up the phone and call me and scream at me. That's usually
Anyway, I do that, but then it increases the stress of the wife, and then it's worse, guys. Hey, can we talk? Hey, let's get to the next caller with Private Jay. Can we not dismiss Lou Dort? Like,
Lou Dort
are you kidding me? What Lou Dort was? Someone earlier, I think Jackson said, Chet at times is the one who hustles the most. Not even close. Lou Dort is sprinting on closeouts. He's chasing screen. Lou Dort was absolutely insane tonight.
Really good. I got to give
I think it's better call him a maniac on the court.
I got to give it up to Mess, who I think says he doesn't really watch basketball. He's been dropping some killer stats in here. So Mess, look at him being a part, man. Let's get to Fit with Fry. What's up? Bringing the energy. He's ready to bring the energy.
What's up, y'all? You know I'm ready, man. It was an exciting evening. The game will have you on the edge of your seat. Great basketball game. This I used to love the Lakers, and this reminds me of that Celtics Lakers series, the physicality. I'm telling you what, back about 2009, that finals, it reminds me of that. I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, these guys are going at it. And SGA's Kobe. We got Kobe because
That's
Edwards
facts.
isn't. This is the thing about that's the big difference. I remember the other night you said Kawhi, but I think that on offense, SGA is a step above Kawhi because he doesn't settle. He doesn't settle for that three. He gets in the middle of that paint, creates the three for other players, and then every time he feels it, he just hits the little mid range. And that too, no matter what anyone says, I know analytics say shoot threes all day, more threes. But when you need a basket, you're up one, and you need a basket. That mid range is crucial.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, that's why I said Edwards doesn't shoot it. What is going
Yeah.
on? Like this
Hey,
dude
Fit-
jumps above everybody and doesn't shoot a mid range. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm with you. And hey, Fit with Fry, play of the game. One of the plays of the game tonight, it really wasn't, but it kind of was. There was a play on offense. It was getting tight. Dort was like at the top of the key. SGA said, "Get out of the way. That's in my spot."
Yeah, I saw it. Waved him off.
Well,
There was that spot right where you're at, and I'm going to drain it on this.
Yep.
And he did. It was great.
And he did to his cousin a couple times. I thought that was pretty funny. His cousin was getting in him, and then he just shoves him with the elbow, a little subtle on the hip, shoves him with the elbow. And I like that they're letting him play because they let him play. The Thunder's going to Thunder will win. One last thing. I know you guys it's been a busy night, and everyone's excited about the big time W because the next step is not getting the next step for the Thunder. This is the next step right here. Not getting beat by 43 the game before. Because honestly, if they played like this, they didn't get in a hurry. They would have weathered that first storm and they would have just settled in. All those shots that they made tonight, they would have had to make the other night. And they don't make them 2 games in a row. And that's what I'm saying. Their role players are not gonna play like that on the road. So if you stop Edwards, the series is over. It's over.
Yeah.
I thought it would be 4 because I really thought the Thunder would go in there with a lot of energy, but they wanted some rest. They said, we'll finish it off at home. It's exciting. It's incredible. The way Sam Presti's built this roster from top to bottom. We got players on the bench right now who are sitting around like Williams on the end of the bench who would be the 7th, 8th man on a lot of these other teams. So this is absolutely incredible, absolutely phenomenal. We're going to the finals. I really do believe that. Let's not hatch the chickens before they hatch. But I believe we're going to the finals. I think we're going to be seeing Indiana. And I think we might be bringing home an NBA championship. Incredible.
Thanks,
You guys
Nico.
have a great night.
Yeah,
that's
Thunder
awesome.
up, Boomer Sooner.
Thunder up, man. Have a good one.
Hey, and I think it's kind of crazy to say this, but Jeremy and Jay, I don't know if you guys will agree, but it's like when Shai gets to that fade, it's almost like you're most confident that's the shot he's going to hit.
Oh, for sure.
And that's crazy to think because a fadeaway is the hardest shot in basketball to hit.
Hey, the one where he looked like Kobe was left side free throw line extended.
Yep.
2 guys on him. He just faded.
Yep.
We got someone else on the line, Jay.
I believe Austin. Austin, you're on the line.
Hey guys, what a game! Thunder up.
Thunder up, man. Big
Booyah.
game.
Yes.
Big. It was the best game of the series by far.
Sure.
And
J-Dub, I think he was the MVP tonight. He had a great game. He made some clutch shots when it was tight in the fourth quarter. And I think so far in his short career, that might have been his what we call a legacy game.
It was phenomenal tonight. He had the 3 when they were up 4 to put him up 7. When SJ passed it through the guy's legs, that was a massive 3. I mean, he was in the right place at the right time.
Right.
Times getting loose balls. He was great, man.
And Chet added in 20. Well, in this series, the big 3 has been phenomenal for us.
yeah,
and
the games they've won, they've been really good. They've been dominant, man.
And
Hey,
so,
Wiggins, no minutes tonight, guys.
Yeah.
oh wow,
That's something.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
It
But,
was
hey,
really
you mentioned it, Chet with 20
Mhm.
or 19, whatever it was.
19.
I wouldn't even. There's no way I would have guessed he had that until the announcer said. When they said he's got 20, I was like, what? I didn't
Chet?
figure like he was scoring that much, but he did. Yeah,
He had a quiet 19. But hopefully we can close this out at home on Wednesday and get to our second finals.
Yeah, let's hope so, man. And you know
Yep.
what? Out of the teams you're going to play over there, this is the year to win a championship. Boston's out of there. I mean, this is your year to do it. So need to take advantage of that. Hey, thanks, Austin. Thunder up, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Hey, guys, I got to say something real quick. This is kind of off topic, but Jackson, this is kind of off topic, but I like the review, but I also hate it because it's turned everybody into it's almost like when I go play at the community center. I'll say I never fouled again. No, that's not a foul. That one guy at the end of the game, he hit SGA right on the arm, and he's over
Alexander.
He's like, review that. I'm like, you hit him right on the arm. It's gotten so bad at everything. Everybody wants to review everything. It's like, as a player, you know if you've hit him on the elbow or not. It looks like me at the community center.
I mean, it's like the fouls too, like when they're called, the games are so inconsistent. And I think that's an issue because there's games where it's ticky-tacky, and then there's other games like the first half of tonight where they basically are playing football on the basketball court.
It depends on who the officials are, though.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the guy on ESPN, guys? I don't know the guy's name. He's got long hair. He had a great take. He said, next year, what needs to happen? When a player calls a timeout, they're given a timeout, right? Anytime a player goes, it's an automatic challenge. He said it'll put a stop to it immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a great idea.
Hey, the other thing is this. For a while there, it looked like both teams had they had not 19 points or 18 points trying to get to 21 in a game of 21, and there were people just hacking, baby, and they weren't calling anything. You guys have played 21. You know how it is. Yeah. Last time they're gonna foul you like crazy. And they were letting them play, though. Give it up to, they were letting them play. So,
and Jay, I know you said you thought Chet had a quiet 21 is what he had, but tonight, man, Chet had some monster dunks. I mean, they were some ferocious dunks. And Chet, when he's not hesitating out there on the court, especially from three, he's a completely different player.
Hey, 95 points from the big three, Jackson. 95 points from the big three guys.
That's crazy. I've
got to watch Skip Bayless. I've got to watch him. I love Skip Bayless.
Wait, how many did the Thunder have as a team again?
As far as what?
Points.
128.
So 93 out of 128 the big three had tonight. That's crazy.
They answered every time.
Hey, guys. Also, Wallace, he was 1 of 5 from 3, didn't shoot it very well. But another guy that gave him some good minutes, only played 12 minutes, but Kenrich.
Always
made a couple buckets. Those turned out to be pivotal, those buckets.
Hey, guys.
He had 5 points, right?
Anyone who's saying that Anthony Edwards is better than SGA right now has not been watching games.
No, SGA is really good.
He's a free throw merchant, Jeremy. So
SGA has proven he's a big-time player and more big-time than Anthony Edwards is a really good player. He's not SGA.
Hey, you know what another big play of the game was? The last play of the half. Shai hits that bucket.
Yes.
I know it's just 2 points, not that big of a deal, but I do think it helped momentum-wise. I just think sometimes those little buckets right before halves or whatever, I think they're big. I think they're big.
And Jay, I think, was it you that talked about Shai calling off a screen to get a switch from Dort? He did the same thing at the end of the half from Kenrich.
No, he wasn't calling off a screen.
He was telling Dort to get out of the way because he was going to the
all right. Well, he did.
I understand what you're saying.
Kenrich at the end of the first half, he's like, move, man, quit trying to come to the top of the key, and got right by his guy and got a bucket.
Hey, yeah, Skip Bayless is an Okie, guys. I don't know why people are surprised that he's loving Oklahoma City.
And you got to give it up to Minnesota's bench. DiVincenzo, Walker. I mean, you talk about they had 5 threes a piece.
Hey guys, do you think they're sitting there thinking our bench scored 64 points tonight? We were on fire from threes, and we still lost.
Well, there's part of that, yeah. But you also have the other side of it. Edwards and Randall didn't do anything, and they almost won. So you have both sides.
Well, and also you have to think the Timberwolves are like, crap, we're going back to OKC. We've seen how the Thunder play on their home court in a closeout game. Like, I mean, as a player,
Doesn't matter,
the
though.
psyche that it starts to set in because it's like you got to go back there.
There's two things, Jackson, that I think are the hardest thing to do in sports. One is make a putt to win a championship. Make a big par putt. That's very hard to do. And right there with it, closing a team out in any sport is so difficult.
Have you ever hit a baseball? Baseball's pretty tough. Hey,
It is.
hey, the key to Wednesday night, if you can get on them early, they're young. If you can get on them, it might be able to pull away in that game. But we'll see. I mean, I don't think Ant-Man's going to go down quietly. I think Ant-Man's going to come out swinging on Wednesday. I think he's going to be aggressive can be.
Right. And I think the most genius thing that Mark Daigneault has done this whole entire series is putting smaller defenders on Julius Randle because he does not want to dribble on them. He's not a very good ball handler.
He wants to back you down, and he can't.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. In the Thunder, they get up under him. He wants to use that swipe through move to get around you. Thunder don't allow that. He doesn't want to dribble. He gets it hit away from him all the time, gets the ball stolen from him. I mean, keep J-Dub on him, and Julius Randle, I bet, has another fight game.
Yeah, J-Dub's been great.
A couple of things. SGA on Jefferson, I think, said it best when on the free throw merchant on that. If you reach in and you shoot it, it's a foul. Everybody in the NBA can do the same thing. He just he does it more. They're going to call it. It doesn't matter if his name's SGA or whoever. They're going to call that because it's a play that they're going to call. If somebody reaches in and you shoot it with your left, they're going to call it. The other thing is this. I think the Thunder have to be a little bit better when Rudy Gobert comes out to the perimeter on defense. He comes out the perimeter. SGA didn't really do a whole lot on him, and neither did Chet. Chet didn't go by him either. I'll give it up to Gobert. I thought Gobert a lot of times on the perimeter defense, he stepped out there. I thought he played pretty dang good defense. I was surprised. Yeah. I thought they'd blow by him.
Chuck's right. For the Thunder to lose 3 in a row, that would be it just doesn't happen. And Darren, look at the stat by Darren tonight.
That's a great stat. Darren dropped a stat last night that was really good.
Wolves led in the following categories, guys: rebounds, assists, points off turnovers, fast break points, points in the paint, second chance points, free throw attempts, free throw makes, and lost. And hey, Coconut Greg said it's not over till the fat lady sings. Well, guess what? She's warming up. I promise you. The fat lady's warming up. She's ready to go out on stage and start singing.
It's getting close. 3-1. I'm going to ask a trivia. Hunter, I need your help. Wait, real quick. Let me get Hunter. Let me talk with Hunter here. Hang on. I'm going to get an answer to trivia.
So we're got in the series.
Someone said SGA equals Byron Scott. Jeremy,
Matt's been dropping comparisons all night. Sam Cassell. Someone was hurt by this.
Jeremy, I'm not sure if you saw this, but it was something that was on Twitter, and it was trending about the Thunder. They were like SGA and J-Dub are the closest thing to MJ and Scottie Pippen we've seen as a duo. I'm not sure if you saw that. I thought that was really interesting. And obviously, I'm not going to compare them to MJ and Scottie Pippen because they are maybe the greatest duo of all time. But like when you talk about the efficiency and the potential with those two, with where they're already at right now, I mean, there's a chance they could be one of the greatest duos of all time. I think it's a legit possibility.
Chuck says she is singing. Chuck says she is singing. Jay's got trivia. Check out the fan stop. Check out the fan stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Show of the Month Club. It's not NBA stuff, but it's any university pretty much that you would like. Check them out. They have great Shirt of the Month Club that you can become a part of. Different design each and every month. This is one of the Shirt of the Month clubs. It's great. Sign up.
Last time Thunder were ahead 3-1 in a series like this, Golden State. All I want to know is what was the final score of that game? It would have been Game 5. Thunder were up 3-1. What was the final score of that game?
Dude, the only game I remember from that series a ton of was Game 6 because Klay Thompson.
Game 6 was the worst game. Yeah, I know. Game 6. Game 6 was at home. This was
How
on
many
the road.
did
I thought Game 5 was at home.
120-111. Austin was
Wow.
Good
banger,
job, Austin.
dude?
And by the way, KD, I know a lot of people want to talk about KD in Game 6. Wasn't very good or whatever. And he had 40 in that game.
Why would you even mention this?
It's a trivia question, Germ. Bad juju, Ian says.
Ooh, Jay, they're calling you out, man.
It's not the same team, guys. Y'all are too superstitious. Wow.
Game 6 was worse.
This Timberwolves team is not that Golden State team. They do not have a player caliber of Steph Curry.
Game 6 was worse.
Hey, you know what? DiVincenzo looked like Steph Curry out there. He's wide open, just draining it. Did you ever feel like he was going to miss? He's got a great looking shot.
Yeah.
I mean, what T-Wolves, I'm not a huge fan of Conley. I think he's kind of up there in age. If they had a really good true point guard to go with Edwards,
you compare Dante DiVincenzo to Steph Curry,
Dude.
I'm done.
Dude, even if they had a player like the caliber of Chris Paul on their team, the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I think Conley's really good for his age, to be honest.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
What are you talking about? Purple? I got rid of all my KD shoes. My son will not buy another Kevin Durant shoe. What are you talking about, Purple?
Dude, my KD jersey was cut with scissors and thrown in the trash can.
What were you, about 11 years old at the time?
Yeah, well, let's see. That was the offseason after 2016.
Yeah, you were a young pup, dude, okay?
So I was like 10 years old, dude.
Hey, this goes down.
Keys to the game Wednesday. Your opinion.
Okay, keys to the game for me, guys. Early start. Get on them early. Yeah. I think try to eliminate the 3-ball. Get on them early, and then keep moving the ball around. SGA has been phenomenal at making the right decision on passes. The Denver series helped him. He is a much better player off the double team than he was against Denver. So just continue doing Thunder basketball.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's two things, Jeremy. I agree. You need to get off to a fast start. Get the crowd into it early. I think that'd be huge for you. And two, make everyone else continue to beat you outside of Edwards and Randall. I'm a fan of that game plan. If those other guys are going to hit shots, I mean, you're going to have to live with that because they're not consistent players. And I don't think you want Anthony Edwards going for 40 and it coming to Game 6 back in Minnesota with that home crowd. Like,
that's right. And I think the Thunder, I know the T-Wolves probably aren't going to shoot like that again, but you can't give them an opportunity to shoot like that again. You have got to figure something out on the 3-point perimeter defense. I don't care if they make it if you're closing out, but there was a lot of times they were just standing there just wide open, taking a shot. I mean, you got to be better than that. Yeah. 126 points allowed by the Thunder. It's not a good defensive performance. Now, statistically, on the road, Thunder allow 15 more points a game on the road. So you would think it'd be a lot better at home.
Hey, before we close, I'm gonna respond, even though I shouldn't. I'm gonna respond to John here.
You always do.
This is an OU channel, but if you've been a part of it, which you have every now and then, John, we've covered Thunder games all year. We have not just covered them during the postseason. Mm-hmm. So you know what? I'm not going to apologize for covering Thunder. Just won't do it because I'm a Thunder fan, and there's a lot of Thunder fans out there. And guess what? It says Thunder up there, and this has Thunder colors. So, yeah, hey, we'll be back, though, tomorrow to talk all things Sooners, as it looks like they're hiring Stacey Ford. A lot to talk about on that in the athletic department and what his role will be. But, hey, thanks for joining us here on the Thunder Talk tonight. Hit the like before you leave. And if you are new here, subscribe to our channel. It really helps. Appreciate you all. Check out the fan stop. What a win by OKC tonight. They're coming home up 3-1, looking to close it out Wednesday night at Paycom. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, Thunder Nation.